Ever feel like everyone is talking about MCP, but nobody is actually showing what it does? All this talk about revolutionizing app connections, but zero practical examples. Today, I'm cutting through the noise to show you exactly how Model Context Protocol can solve real problems in everyday life. Check this out. In just 2 minutes, I transformed this absolute disaster of documents folder into perfectly organized system. And I didn't do it. An AI did using something called MCP. Hey, I'm Vijay, founder of Savvy Agents, where we streamline dental practice communications. I also automate a lot of things in my business and my personal life. If it can be automated, I have probably tried it. And today, I'm showing you one of the most powerful tools yet. Let me break down what MCP actually is in simple terms. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. Think of it as a secure bridge that connects AI assistants like Claude, Windsurf, Klein to the real world applications around them. Without MCP, AI assistants are basically trapped in a chat box. They can talk to you, but they can't interact with your files, apps, or data unless you manually copy everything over like again and again. MCP changes all that by giving controlled access to specific parts of your digital world. This is huge because it transforms AI from just an advisor to an actual assistant that can take actions for you. Imagine having a personal assistant who can not only suggest how to organize your messy digital life, but actually roll up their sleeves and do it for you. Let's be honest, most of us have digital chaos somewhere. Maybe it's your downloads folder with hundreds of random files, your documents folder with no structure, or the desktop so cluttered you can't see your wallpaper. We all want organization, but seriously, who has it? But wait, what if your AI could actually see and organize your files? For this demo, I'm going to use the Claude Desktop. It's the easiest way to get started with MCP using a chat box. Once you open this app, click on Settings and then go to Developer section and then click on Edit Config. It will show you a finder with a file selected. I'm going to open this file in a Visual Studio Code for now. Are you still with me? Great. The magic happens in the next step. Now I will add the file system MCP server configuration. So basically I'm going to copy it directly from the MCP server website. So I'm going to search Model Context Protocol servers and then search file system. So once I click on the file system, scroll to the bottom of the page and you can find configuration under the npx section. So once you copy that, paste it inside your config file. As you can see, we have a structure with MCP servers here. So you can define multiple MCP servers inside this section, but for now, we are only focusing on file system. Finally, I specify which folder I want the Claude access to. In my case, it's a demo folder. And also I'm going to replace this username with my username and also remove this trailing comma. So now the JSON looks good. Once the configuration is saved, we need to restart the Claude Desktop. So I'm going to quit it and reopen it again. Now to verify our installation, click on this icon and then you can see file system which is attached. And if I click that file system, you can see all the tools that are available inside that server is shown here. Now watch what happens when I ask Claude, I have documents which are not organized in my system. I need you to organize them so it's easier for me to navigate between folders. Use the file system MCP. So this is important. Sometimes it doesn't recognize it has a file system MCP and it doesn't use it. And for this demo, I'm going to enable extended thinking. Once I do that and then hit enter or send the command. So now it went to the Claude and it's breaking down the request. So we can see that it is asking me, Claude app would like to access files in your desktop. Yes, I would allow that for now. And then it is listing the directory. So as you can see, all the file names that are inside my directory are listed here. Claude is asking my permission if it can move the file. Basically, there are like ton of files inside my directory, and also I backed up the directory. So I would like Claude to actually execute everything on its own. So I'll click on the button allow always. Once you hit allow always, it's for that specific tool. But if there is a new tool that it's going to run, it's going to ask your permission again. Let's see what's happening now. So it's doing a bunch of actions right now. Let me go to my Finder and then see where we are at. So I'm going to go to the desktop. Let's try to put this side by side and see what exactly is happening. And let me go to the demo folder. Okay, so files are disappearing, and I think, yes, you can see this in live. This is crazy. Look at that. Claude is analyzing my folder in real time and see what type of files I have and moving them to the right folder. Notice how it's creating the folders like audio, code, documents, and then organized everything clearly. It's even making subfolders. I think it's done organizing the files and folders. Let me clean this up a little bit, clean up by name, and then you can see, let's make it bigger. Wow, we have all the folders and each and every file is organized really well. Let's go to maybe audio, and you can see dental and other. So in the dental we have some of the files, and then in the other directory we have different files which it was not able to identify. This is crazy. And in the videos folder we have all these 3 videos and also the screen recordings that I have done from 2025. It seems, wow, that's mind-blowing. What would have taken me hours of manual sorting happened in minutes. This AI isn't just randomly moving files, it's creating an intuitive structure based on how I actually use these documents. This is amazing. Let's expand this and see. We have videos, miscellaneous, images. Let's quickly recap what we just saw here. MCP connects Claude to my file system. Claude analyzed my documents. Claude created and organized folder structure, and all my files are sorted logically. Wow. But organizing files is just one example of what MCP can do. With MCP, you could basically do ton of other things. For example, in my startup, we have sprints every alternate week. And before each sprint starts, I need to check the backlog and prioritize the tickets and then move to the next sprint that's going to be started maybe in 1 or 2 days. And also ask my team to close the tickets. And this is like a lot of work for me every alternate week or every week whenever the sprint ends. So for this, what I did is I have connected a MCP tool that connects to my project management tool. And whenever like I try to chat and say, hey, these are my priorities, and pull all the tickets that are related to these priorities and put inside the next sprint. And they work amazing. So it saves a lot of time. And this is just another example. I use MCP to organize my Notion documents. I use MCP to create new documents in my Notion. And if I want to create a new SOP, I just talk to the Claude, and Claude fetches all the documents or the related documents or a template and then creates a new document based on my chat. For example, if I'm chatting to Claude on a LinkedIn post, I give all the instructions inside that conversation, and by end of the conversation, if I'm happy with the output that it gave me, then I ask the Claude to create an SOP template and then push it to the Notion document. That way, everything is in one place. I mean, I should stop talking about MCP. The list goes on and on. There are like crazy amount of automations that you can do even in your startup or your personal life. Now, you might be wondering about security, and that's smart. The beauty of MCP is that you control exactly what the AI can access. In this demo, I only gave Claude access to my documents folder, not my entire system. In my next video, I will show you how to set up MCP with other applications to automate even more of your digital life. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. If this solved a problem for you, smash that like button and drop a comment telling me what mess you'd like AI to organize. Remember, technology should make your lives easier, and that's exactly what MCP does when you know how to use it. See you in the next one.